All right, Old Man Winter has been a bit stingy with his snowfall so far this season, but that's okay because the experts at All Things Fun in the Snow can easily fill that void. The snowmaking machines have been working nearly non-stop at Mad River Mountain, making sure all the skiers, snowboarders, and tubers can hit the slopes. Now is also the perfect time to show all the kids out there how much fun can be had on the mountain. Joining me today, we have Bob Johnson, better known and only known, I found out, as Uncle Bob, who is the Children's Program Director at Mad River. So welcome, Uncle Bob.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Now, before we get to all things kid, I do want to make an announcement about Mad River Mountain today. The mountain did close because we had some freezing rain. We've got the potential for some thunderstorms. So today, you're going to have to wait. But tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., they're going to be back open until 2 a.m., I hear.
Correct.
You keep the mountain open, so all day long we can have a ton of fun out there.
A lot of fun.
All right, Uncle Bob, first of all, when you see the young kids come out, what is kind of the reaction when they go out there?
You know, it varies because we're dealing not only with the children, but with the parents, the grandparents. They're always interested in what the kids are going to do, how they're going to react. We know that it's always going to be different because we have a staff that are accustomed to that. Sure. We know that when they come out, we're going to have the one that's a little bit shy and hesitant. We're going to have the other one that's going to be a take charge individual. All those personalities show up.
And I love that you told me, Mad River, what kind of things you have for kids, because I think just knowing all of the different kind of things they can do when they get there is really important for parents.
Right. Actually, with our Adventure Place program, which is our premier children's program on the weekends and holidays, we've got an indoor facility that is about 1,500 square feet, so that we have a place to bring the children in for hot chocolate break, to get their equipment adjusted and straightened out, make sure they're comfortable on the slope. A big part of what we do is to help relieve anxiety.
Sure.
Not so much the kids as the parents.
Yeah.
You know, it's important to understand that our instructors realize that they're responsible for the most precious thing these parents have.
Yeah.
And we want to make them comfortable.
You want them to have a good experience, and what I love is that you said you've been Uncle Bob since 1981, and you've
Right.
had people who now, you're on the third generation.
Third generation. I have grandchildren of people that I taught.
And they'll come
in the
back and say,
80s.
Uncle Bob, I want my grandson, granddaughter to have the same experience I had.
Right. And we want to give them that experience. You know, I've worked through the years and I've had a great team to work with the goal in mind that primarily we want to make pests out of your children. We want them to pester you to death until you bring them back.
Exactly.
If that happens, we know we've been successful.
So you do kids lessons, obviously. We talk a little bit about that. What age, though, is kind of the best or appropriate for starting kids out?
If they can walk,
They can ski?
they can ski. They can ride a snowboard. You know, through the years, there have been studies done. People have said, well, you don't start until this age, that age. My opinion is when they're ready, they'll let us know.
Sure.
And we need to give them the opportunity. My one rule is, though, I don't change diapers.
I think that's a safe bet, okay?
Outside of that, we're pretty open to any age for a start.
Any age for a start. And another thing you were sharing with me is you have these instructors, you yourself, you do usually sport a Frozen watch.
Oh, yes.
All of the instructors are really kind of keen on what the kids are into.
Right, and you have to be. You know, that's the population we have to relate to. So you have to understand all about Frozen. You have to know all about the Minions.
Very important.
And you have to remember that I started when we were still dealing with Smurfs.
Is that your love of blue?
Yeah, that's my love of blue, the Smurfs, and I'm starting to get to the point where I'm almost a Papa Smurf, but not quite.
Not quite. We'll keep you Uncle Bob for a while. All right, so folks are watching. They want to bring their kid out to get some lessons, to learn how to, you know, get out there and ski, snowboard, whatever may have you. What's the best way and how do they go about doing the program?
The best way is to show up. We are a walk-on program. You can walk in with your children, sign up. You can pre-register online, skimadriver.com, but it's not required. Show up on a Saturday morning, a Sunday morning, and we can sign you up for an AM session, which is 2 hours in the morning, or a PM session, or you can sign your children up for the entire day, including lunch with their instructors. And it's a flexible program. Say you've got a 4-year-old and they decide that they want to ride a snowboard. That can be hard work, especially for little legs. If they start and they're not, and they're having a problem with it, we can switch them over to skis.
Okay, so you'll work with the kids.
We are going to see to it that regardless of what else happens, if there's not likely to be a second one, and we want that second one and third one and that 200th
All
one.
right. Well, thank you, Uncle Bob, for being with us, and thank you for all you do for the kids.
Well, thank you. We appreciate the opportunity.